Hi and welcome to Be Still and Know with me, Dr. Micah Jazz. I've come to recognise that I am comprised of three interlocking aspects of who I am. There are some factors that have impacted my life over which I exercised absolutely no control. For example, I did not select my parents, nor was I consulted as to the place or time of my birth. My initial life experience largely lay outside of my influence. I reacted rather more than initiated. As I grew through childhood, I was increasingly complicit in decisions that directly affected me. I chose my friends and took decisions on how I treated them. I selected my hobbies and invested my time in building both confidence and expertise here. Yet there still remained a seed awaiting germination. This was the essence of who God created me to be, and I have spent a lifetime exploring this. This essence germinated or awakened when I chose to follow God. Over time, I ran into the consequences of choices made for me, as well as those I made for myself. These had already laid the framework for how I viewed the world and how I lived within it. Most of this was at worst neutral in effect. Some was positively detrimental to my realizing the God essence within me. My choices had already laid the soil within which this Godseed was expected both to grow and to flourish. The soil itself was not naturally full of the nutrients necessary for a fruitful life. I had to unlearn so that I might relearn. As every gardener knows, growing plants is a seasonal activity. What's required in spring is not the same as in autumn. The only way to discover gardening is through practice. Plants are lost and mistakes are made. However much I might like to pick an apple in April, I can only enjoy the blossom that speaks of a harvest yet to come. We are created to wait upon God so that we might learn how best to lay aside the realities of previous decisions opposed to the work of God in our lives. This involves my perceptions, attitudes, and habits. We find bringing these under the rule of God testing. It tests the authenticity of our faith and our resolve to follow Jesus as God directs. Often the waiting is to ensure we can prune effectively. Last autumn I completed the pruning of some overgrown trees. I waited till the leaves had fallen since I could see far more easily where to prune, and I had far less debris to carry away. I wait on God, sometimes in frustration, for the master gardener knows precisely when to prune and ensure I flourish into my future. I was God's child from the moment I said yes to Jesus. Discerning what this means only emerged through many periods of waiting. As we enter into the God space today, are you feeling frustrated with waiting? Does God seem distant or even absent? It's time to reflect upon the decisions that have directly impacted your life and discover where and when God prunes you so that you might flourish and become ever more fruitful. Amen. I still wait, although today I've learnt to let go of the frustration and wait in the sure and certain hope that God knows what to do with me. Now please do send me your questions, comments and concerns. micah.jazz@premier.org.uk. I'll write back personally and in confidence as soon as I can. And visit premier.org.uk/Voice of Hope. Join our growing Voice of Hope family. Follow along with these daily meditations at home in print or direct to your favourite mobile device. Join me this Sunday for Premier Life as well as for Be Still and Know throughout the week. But for now, from me, Micah Jazz, it's goodbye and may God richly bless you.